Hello friends at Macmillan Library, welcome to Virtual Yoga with Noelle Joy. We're going to get started in a seated position today. So you can be in this pose, or if you want to take a simple cross-legged, whatever you're most comfortable in. Go ahead, close your eyes. Begin deepening your inhales and your exhales. Keeping the mouth closed for now, remembering that it helps to build heat up in the body. So it's a nice little warm up, this deep breathing. Helps to calm and center the mind. And remember that as long as you are present and you're breathing on your mat, you're practicing yoga. You don't need to crush every pose. You just need to pay attention. Which means you can really practice yoga anywhere. That's the beauty of it. So one more deep inhale here. And exhale as you come up to your knees. I'm going to turn around so you can see my feet better. We're going to do a foot stretch. A lot of people don't like this one, especially if you have tight feet, but it's really good for foot health. So you're going to curl your toes so they're on the mat. Then you're going to lean back, and this is where you're going to get a nice juicy sensation in the feet, especially if you just wore heels yesterday, which I'm guilty of. Now that I'm back in the office, I can't live in yoga pants and not wear shoes. So my feet are pretty tight right now, so I am using my breath to try to find a little peace in this moment of discomfort. Go ahead, release the feet here. For some of you, you might be feeling this more in your shins or your ankles, and that's quite all right. All of our bodies hold tension differently. So if you're like, I don't feel this in my feet, but I feel this here, that's okay. We're going to do this one more time. Go ahead, toes to the mat, lean back. Keep that jaw relaxed. Don't move tension from your feet into your jaw. And release that. Good job, everybody. I know that was tough. Actually, move to the back of your mat now. Curl the toes, lift the hips, and bend the knees for a ragdoll. Lengthening that spine, swaying back and forth. Still breathing. Head and neck relaxed. And then slowly inhale as you rise all the way up to stand. Join the palms overhead. Exhale to heart center. A few deep breaths here. And now we're going to do a little core warm up. So you're going to exhale as you bend the knees and walk the hands out to the front of the mat until we meet in plank. Couple deep breaths here. And exhale as you bend the knees and walk the hands back. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, move all the way through. Walk the hands out to plank. A few deep breaths here. Exhale, bend the knees, walk it back. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, one more, bend the knees, walk it forward. Hold the plank here. If you want to drop to your knees, feel free. And then from here, we're going to take it back to downward facing dog. Go ahead, pedal out the feet. Even if you don't normally pedal out the feet here, I want you to take a deep bend in that left knee. Kind of lean into that right hip, feeling this in the IT band slightly. Exhale as you straighten that left leg, bend the right knee, lean to that left side. And then just come to a regular downward facing dog, spreading the fingers, rooting down in the pointer and thumbs. Exhale as you step it forward between the hands. We'll take another ragdoll, deep bend in the knees. And then exhale as you release the hands, toe heel the feet together. We're gonna roll up here. Inhaling, hands overhead. And exhaling as hands meet at heart center. So we're gonna do a couple sun salutations to warm up. So inhale, join palms overhead. Exhale, full forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. You can either take a chaturanga or lower the knees, lower all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra or upward dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Gaze is at the back edge of the mat. Breath is the focal point. And allow that head and neck to relax. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, join the palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take one more. Inhale, palms join. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So hips rise up and back. Shoulders are externally rotated away from the ears. And then from here, I want you to step the right foot between the hands, lower the left knee to the earth, toes point back. Go ahead, bring your hands to your hips. And then from here, we're going to take a gentle twist. I want you to take that right hand to the back of the left leg. Opposite arm extends high. Exhale, lower the hands to the earth. Curl the back toes, pivot the foot, rise up. Veer Bhadrasana Two, also known as Warrior Two. So arch to heel alignment. Front knee has a generous bend, and that knee is tracking towards the pinky toes. We're doing a nice safe hip opener here. Extend the arms, shoulders relax, making sure they're not crawling up towards your ears. And then we'll come into triangle. So inhale as you straighten that front leg. Exhale as you lean forward. Right hand comes down to the shin, to your ankle, to your mat if you're feeling nice and limber today. And inhale that left arm up. So both legs need to remain straight. Inhale as you rise back up, Warrior Two. And then exhale as you pivot into a plank. Now from here, I want you to take that right hand forward a couple inches, pivot into a nice side plank. I have my feet crossed. You're welcome to stack if you like. You're also welcome to lower the bottom knee. Exhale into a normal plank. Deep inhale here. And then move into Chaturanga, and then into upward facing dog. And exhale as you pull the belly button towards the spine, moving into downward facing dog. So that transition is really working the core. All right, let's begin the sequence on the opposite side. Inhale, left foot forward. Right knee drops, toes point back. From here, take the hands to the hips. Make sure you're stable. And then exhale as you twist. Left hand to the back of the right leg. Inhaling, opposite arm up. All right, exhale, hands to the mat, moving into warrior two. Making sure that when you're transitioning, you're doing it thoughtfully and with control. No need to rush on the mat. All right, let's move into triangle. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, lengthen. Left hand comes down, right arm extends up. The weight of the back foot is in the pinky toe. And then really root down in the four corners of that front foot. And by that, I mean you should be able to lift your toes up. Inhale as we rise up, warrior two. And then exhale into a plank. All right, side plank, opposite side. Left hand comes forward slightly. Pivot as you move into side plank. Again, if you want to lower that bottom knee, you can. Maybe if you have that knee lowered, you experiment with lifting that upper leg. If you're like, hey man, side plank is really easy for me, then go ahead and stack the feet. And then if you want to experiment with lifting that top leg, go for it. Whatever floats your boat. Exhale into a normal plank. Deep inhale here. And then exhale as you move all the way down to the stomach. All right, from here, starting with a gentle back bend. So, forearms on the mat, elbows lined up under the shoulders. Just breathe. Feeling an openness in the upper body. And nice mobility in that lower part of the spine. All right, from here, I want you to go ahead and push into a child's pose. So knees to the outer edges of the mat. I want arms to be extended here. And then rise up to tabletop. Take the knees hip width apart. Walk your hands out and then let the chest fall towards the mat. You should feel nice opening in the shoulders. Maybe your lats are getting a little bit of a stretch. All right, from here, inhale back to tabletop and exhale into downward facing dog. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Join the palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so now we're going to work on a little bit of balance. So I want you to step forward. Make sure you're at the front of your mat. We're going to start with eagle pose. So root down in that left foot. Right leg wraps around. So I'll face you just to show you. So you want to wrap right leg around, try to hook the toes behind that left calf. If you're like, yep, that's not happening, and also I'm not going to stand on one leg, that's quite all right. You can do this, just cross it over. So the right leg crossed over, we're going to cross left arm on top of right, bend the knees, eagle pose. All right, since eagles like to fly, I want you to uncross that right leg, take it back, but keep eagle arms. Moving into a version of airplane with eagle arms. Really kicking that right foot back, pretending like you're Bruce Lee. All right, with control, exhales, you slowly step it back, moving into a crescent pose of the lower body. So that back heel is lifted. You're gonna inhale as you gaze up. And then exhales, you slowly fold forward on the inside of that left foot. Pivot, walk it out a bit. Lower the right knee down, toes point back. So a different version of a lunge. All right, go ahead. Exhale, curl the back toes and step it into downward facing dog. Go ahead, step between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhales, you rise up to stand, join the palms. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, eagle pose, opposite side. Root down on that right foot. Left leg crosses over. Right arm over left, bend the knees. Should feel a nice stretch in the upper body. Maybe a little bit of stretching in the hip. Let's go ahead, allow our eagles to fly. Take that top leg, bring it back behind you. Belly button pulls towards the spine for mobility. And exhale, take it back with control. All right, slowly bring it forward on the inside of that front foot. Pivot as you take it towards the outer edges of the mat. Drop that back knee. Breathe into the hips. All right, lower the hands, curl the back toes, and step it back, downward facing dog. All right, step forward, toe heel the feet together. I want you to bend the knees and inhale as you take it up. Utkatasana, also known as chair pose. So you should be able to see your toes. What I mean by that is you don't want to bend so deeply that your toes are hidden. You want hips to remain over the ankles. All right, I'm going to give you the option to twist in chair. So I'm going to face you here. So twist number one is a nice wide open twist. So you take the arms, extend them here. Or if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you want to hook that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. So what I don't want to see is one knee going in front of the other. Knees stay aligned, left elbow on the outside of the right knee, gazing up over that right shoulder. Inhale as you come back to center. And exhale, bend the knees, opposite side. So open up to the left. If you want to take it deeper, right elbow hooks on the outside of that left knee. Really pressing into your hands to help deepen the twist. Inhale back up to center. Let's hold it just for a few more breaths. And exhales, you fold forward with straight legs. So since I want your legs to remain straight, your hands do not need to meet the mat. Slight micro bend in the knees. Inhales, you rise all the way up to stand, join palms overhead. And exhale to heart center. All right, so go ahead, face the side of your mat just like I am. Spread the feet wide. Pigeon toe your feet a little bit so they're facing in. We're gonna do wide-legged forward fold. So hands on the hips. I want you to inhale as you gaze up. And exhale as you slowly fold forward, having a slight micro bend in the knees. So if you want, you can take ragdoll arms. You can also wrap peace fingers around your big toes. Do what feels good. And we are going to hold this pose for a little while, so don't think that your video is freezing here. All right, slight micro bend in the knees. Inhale up halfway. And then exhale as you take it all the way to standing. All right, we're going to do that one more time and we're going to add a twist. So we're going to start by folding forward. Left hand comes to the middle of the 2 feet and you're going to inhale that right arm up, trying to keep both legs straight. I realize this can be a little difficult. From here, exhale as you take the right hand down and inhale as you extend that left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, opposite arm up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, lower. Take ragdoll arms here. And then I want you to do a generous bend in the knees. All right, slowly inhale your way all the way up to standing. And pivot so you're facing the front of your mat. Step it back to another plank. We love our planks. All right, from here, I want you to slowly lower to the stomach. Try to make it the entire length of the exhale. Easier said than done, I know. Use your knees if you want. And we're gonna do a few more back bends. So remember that if back bends aren't really your thing because you have back issues or you lack flexibility in the upper body, you can always do this gentle back bend here, or you can do a few rounds of cat and cow. So keeping mobility in the spine is really key. You don't have to go super deep. But if you want to go a little deeper, here we go. Interlace hands behind you. Inhale as you open that upper body and lift the legs. Strengthening our upper and lower back. Exhale as you slowly release here. Take the arms to the side, left cheek to the mat, relax. All right, inhale, chin back to center, bend the knees here, grab towards the outsides of the feet. If you're like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, just take arms at the side, but bend the knees. Dhanurasana. Inhale as you kick the feet into the hands. Bow pose. Exhale as you slowly release, opposite cheek to the mat. Close your eyes. And then come back to center and push yourself into a child's pose. All right, from here, come to tabletop. So we're going to do a few more hip openers. Inhale, extend that left arm up, and then exhale as you thread it underneath the right arm. If you want to walk your right arm out a little bit more, you can. Should be feeling a nice stretch in that left shoulder. All right, inhale as you take it back to tabletop. Let's do the opposite arm. So inhale that right arm up, and exhale, thread it underneath. This is one of my favorite shoulder openers. All right, inhale back to tabletop. And then from here, I want you to come back to our beginning posture. If you didn't start this way because it doesn't feel good on the ankles or the knees, you can go ahead and come all the way out to the knees. What we're going to do is a few more shoulder openers. So I want you to stack your right wrist over your left. Palms are together, pinkies are lined up together. Inhale as you take the arms up. Exhale as you slowly take the arms out to the sides, cactus arms. And exhale as you release to your side. Shake it out a little bit. Get to do the opposite side. So left wrist over the right, palms facing together. Inhale as you extend the arms up. Did you hear my shoulder pop? Great shoulder opener. Exhale, cactus arms to the side. And release. Shake it out a little bit. All right, from here, find your way to your bottom. Extend that right leg out. Left foot comes on the inside of that right leg. Inhale as you extend the arms up. And then exhale as you slowly fold forward. Hands landing wherever they may. Breathe deeply here. You should feel a nice stretch in the back body. Inhale as you rise back up to center, and I want you to cross the left leg over the right. Hug that knee into the chest. Inhale that left arm up, and exhale as you take it behind you, gazing over that shoulder. Keeping that right leg active. So heel rooted to the mat, toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale to center, uncross the leg, extend that left leg out. Bottom of the right foot meets the inside. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as you fold forward. Belly working towards the thigh. Inhale, rise back up. Cross that right leg over, hug the knee into the chest, inhale that arm up, and exhale as you take it behind you. Remembering that we twist in the thoracic part of the spine, which is the middle. So keep that twist in the middle. And my apologies if you hear the beeping, they are tearing up the street outside my house. All right, inhale to center. Exhale as we come into our favorite pose, boat pose. So scooch forward slightly. Feet on the mat to begin with. Exhale as you take it back. Maybe this is where your boat is going to be today. Maybe you're going to extend the legs up in the air. It is completely up to you, but let's move into boat. Inhale as you rise up, extend both legs out in front of you. Take the arms towards the sky and then exhale as you fold forward. Paschimottanasana. Inhale as you rise back up. And exhale as we come to boat number 2. So get ready and breathe. Exhale as you slowly release, bottoms of the feet come together, knees butterfly open. Exhale here. All right, one last boat. Inhale as you extend the legs. All right, slowly release. We're gonna come to a hip opener now. So I'm gonna turn to face you. So we're gonna do a stacked pigeon. Now, if you have any knee issues at all or extremely tight hips, I want you to do just a simple cross-legged position then, right leg in front to begin with. But if you don't have any knee issues, I want you to try to stack that right leg over the left. If you're feeling this at all in your knee, please do not do this pose. We are gonna have another hip opener on our back that'll be much easier on you. But if you are stacked here, I want you to exhale as you just walk the hands forward. Keeping that right foot flexed to protect the knee, but having a nice release in the IT band. Inhale as you slowly rise up. Take the hands to heart center. Close your eyes here. And exhale as you release. So again, option 1 is you have the left leg crossed in front of the right. This is still a really healthy position for your hips because how many people sit on the floor like this every day? Probably we don't. We sit in furniture that actually shortens our hamstrings and tightens up our hips. So this pose alone does beautiful, healthy things for the body. But if you can take it a little bit deeper, try stacking that left leg on top of the right, keeping that left foot flexed. My left hip is much tighter. As you can see, my knee's a little bit higher. And then from here, we're going to exhale as we take it forward. right, inhale as you slowly come up. Bring the hands to heart center, close your eyes. And release. All right, from here I want you to feet on the mat. Extend the arms out and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come all the way down to the back. So a little bit more core work. I want you to bring the hands to the low back. Extend the legs up in the air. And then from here, I want you to exhale, lower and hover the left leg. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, opposite goes down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, both down. Low back flush with the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, both legs. So you don't have to go super low if you find that your lower back is coming up off your mat. Inhale up. Exhale, take it into a happy baby. All right, from here, extend the arms out into a T. And exhale as both legs come over to the left. Inhale, both legs center. Exhale, both legs to the right. You might need to bend your knees if you have a plant in your way. Inhale, center. One more. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, take both feet to the mat, knees bent. All right, so we're going to take a couple bridges here. So inhale as you press into the feet, lift up, pretending like there's a hook around your hips, pulling you up towards the sky. Really rooting down in your feet. And exhale, lower down. Regroup here. Inhale, lift the hips up. You can shimmy your shoulders underneath you, interlace hands. Breathing here, watching the rise and fall of the abdomen. Maybe lifting the corners of your mouth because you actually have time to yourself on your mat to do something healthy. Exhale as you slowly lower. One more. Inhale, lift the hips up. If you want to interlace hands, you can. If you want to even take them to the low back, feel free. Exhale as you lower all the way down. All right, keeping that left foot on the mat, flex the right foot, cross the right ankle just above the left knee. Inhale as you lift up into a figure eight. Bring the arms out to the T, let the legs fall to the left. Gaze towards your right arm. Inhale as you come back to center. Hug the knee in towards the chest again. And exhale as you release. Both feet to the mat. Let the knees kind of windshield wiper back and forth. All right, keeping that right foot on the mat. Flex the left foot. Cross the ankle just above the knee. Inhale, pull it in towards the chest. Bring the arms out to the T. Let the legs fall to the right. Inhale back to center. Hug the knees in one more time, keeping that left foot flexed. And exhale as you release. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees butterfly open. You can take one hand to the stomach, one hand to the chest. All right, from here, slowly work your way to Shavasana. Extend the legs out. Arms at your side, palms facing up. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to melt into your mat. Remember that Shavasana can be as long as you like. So if you want to shut the video off right now and just lie here for 20 minutes, feel free. I've had people fall asleep in Shavasana in class before. I'm also guilty of doing that. It feels great. All right, if you cannot stay here any longer, go ahead and bring some movement back to the fingers and the toes. Extend the arms overhead for a full body stretch, and then bend the knees and roll to your side. From here, gently push yourself up to a simple cross-legged position, hands at heart center. Try to focus the mind on something positive, something that you might be grateful for. Science proves that gratitude helps to change the brain in positive ways. And gratitude can be something easy, like I'm grateful for the birds that I hear singing outside right now. Got a nice cardinal in the backyard. Or I'm grateful that I had 30 minutes on my yoga mat. Or I'm grateful for my health. That's a big one right now. Just take a few minutes to focus the brain on something that makes you smile. Exhale forward, namaste. Thank you for joining, friends.